All right, so you're thinking about moving to Boston. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things that you must know when moving to Boston. Stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Andrew Junas. I'm a local realtor right here in the Boston metro area, and I love helping people find their perfect, ideal place to live, right? So if you are thinking about moving to Boston, drop me a line, call, text, email, shout it from the rooftops, doesn't matter. I will be here and ready to help whenever you are. And please hit that subscribe button and then click that little bell to get notified whenever a new video comes out. And I will be doing at least one new video a week about Boston, the surrounding areas, the good, the bad, the ugly, a lot of really cool stuff. All right, so the first tip you must know when moving to Boston is to buy a pair of comfortable shoes and to buy a Charlie card, right? Boston is the most walkable city, or it's one of the most walkable cities in the country, right? And partly because of its small size geographically. In fact, Boston tourists can pretty much see anything and everything they need to in one weekend. Now, it's estimated that roughly 50% of the city's population does not commute by car. They're either taking some form of public transportation or they are on foot walking. Now, we have to remember that Boston is a four-season city, so long winters can make commuting on foot especially pretty difficult. And of course, the bad weather can slow up the subway and other public transportation as well. All right, so the second thing you have to know about in the city is that driving is tough and parking is even tougher. City streets are confusing and windy and small and congested. And they can be really tough to manage, right? And the drivers on them, right? They can be aggressive and really unforgiving. If you are new to Boston and you have to drive to work in the city, there's probably going to be an adjustment period to get used to Boston's driving culture. And then remember that overall parking is extremely difficult in the city as well, especially in the downtown area. And so if you do try to park in the city, you may end up resorting to one of those really expensive garages where you could be paying up to $50 a day, at least until you get used to getting there a little bit early and circling the neighborhoods until you can find a spot that's adequately close to wherever you want to go. And a lot of apartments don't offer parking. So you may have to apply for residential permit parking sticker. It's something you can do through the city, and that is free. All right, so the third tip that you need to know when living in the city is that the T closes early, right? Most lines are closing somewhere between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. And this has long been a bone of contention with people who work in the hospitality industries because a lot of restaurants and bars are staying open until 2. So what do? I mean, you have to make sure you bring along enough money so that you can take an Uber or a cab at that time. And the T claims that there's just not enough ridership at that time to justify staying open later. So if you're moving to Boston from another town like New York, you're gonna have to adjust to the fact that there is no 24-hour transit system. All right, so the fourth tip you need to know is which neighborhoods have the students, right? Boston is full of colleges and universities, and our streets get invaded every year by about 150,000 college students. So if you like living with students or near students, then places like Allston and Brighton will have you feeling right at home. But if you want to live someplace quieter, someplace where there maybe isn't a raging kegger at 2 a.m. on a Friday morning, I guess, better do your research, or better yet, just give me a call and I'll tell you where to live. All right, so the fifth tip that you have to know about when moving to Boston, and this kind of goes without saying, is that Boston is expensive, right? Boston is high in general, and housing costs are especially steep. Right now, the single-family median home price is just over $600,000. So if you are moving to Boston, your income really isn't all that high, you're probably going to live with roommates to start with, as opposed to a studio or one-bedroom apartment on your own. If you are going to be buying when you come to Boston, well, hopefully you've spoken to a mortgage specialist first and you know exactly what you can afford. Then all you got to do is call me and I'll take good care of you. All right, like I said, my name is Andrew Junas. I'm a local realtor right here in the Boston area, and I love helping people find their ideal place to live. So if you are thinking about moving to the city, please reach out, email, call, text, shout it from the rooftops. I will be here and ready to help whenever you are. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please click that subscribe button and hit the little bell there to get notified anytime I do new videos. And again, I will be doing at least one new video a week, all about Boston, the surrounding areas, the good, the bad, the ugly, some really cool stuff. So until next time, guys, thanks again for watching and take care.